Good morning, my name is Josh from CyclonesOZ and here is your detailed weather forecast update for Sunday the 24th of August 2025. Heaps to talk about in today's weather update. Severe weather expected on both the southwestern and the southeastern corners of the nation. In fact, southeastern Australia is looking at a snowy, wet and miserable week ahead. Plenty to talk about in the storm front over in Western Australia and also some rainfall expected up in far North Queensland. All of the details on this plus a whole lot more coming up in today's weather forecast update. If you are brand new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, but let's get stuck straight into things this morning for your Sunday morning, a great day over and towards the southwest of Western Australia. Overnight, as you can see, in fact over the last 24 hours really, as you can see, a massive cloud mass has moved in towards Western Australia. A northwest cloud band across the coast around the Gascoyne and the Pilbara coastline through Exmouth, Coral Bay and Carnarvon about 24 hours ago, and that's been delivering some healthy rainfall accumulations to much of the Pilbara region and also pockets of the Gascoyne region, and then that extending down in towards the Wheatbelt and the Goldfields as well. Overnight, rainfall is now pushing out into the north and the south interior. It's also in towards the eastern half of the Pilbara and the eastern half of the Gascoyne, right now into an extremely remote part of Western Australia, and still more rainfall is expected to fall throughout the morning hours, with a further 10 to 15 millimetres possible through communities such as Warburton and those towards the west of Warburton. There's not a whole lot out there, but there will be a few showers out there throughout the course of today. Rainfall was also really healthy yesterday into the Wheatbelt. When I was out in the Wheatbelt yesterday, it rained for about 4 hours straight, and that rainfall accumulations in through parts of the Wheatbelt have been between about that 10 to 25 millimetre mark, so very good rainfall accumulations out there. And falls also late last night, early this morning, made it out into the Goldfields in a relatively significant capacity as well. I think Kalgoorlie has about 6 or 7 millimetres in the gauge of much needed rainfall as well. But the main story today is this cold front that's approaching the southwest Capes already this morning and is crossing into the Perth metro area as we speak, or expected to cross into the Perth metro area in the next couple of hours, but already showers and storms moving through into the metro area in quite a significant capacity, and they were very heavy last night and they're expected to continue being quite heavy throughout the remainder of this morning. So far, my rain gauge has picked up about 9 millimetres. A few places around the southwest have picked up more than that, around that 10 to 15 millimetre mark, and with showers expected to be more widespread and heavier throughout the next couple of hours, those accumulations are forecast to rise very, very quickly. In fact, you can see in the latest satellite and radar frame some very defined shower bands are now beginning to move into the coastal areas just outside of Perth and especially down in towards the southwest Capes as well. A few stronger wind gusts have been reported as well, 50 kilometres an hour out of the northwest north of Rottnest Island from a ship there. Whilst winds aren't expected to get too strong with this cold front approaching, we are expecting a brief period of gusty winds and showers to move through as the cold front approaches the coastline. It's expected to move through the Perth metro area from about 10 o'clock onwards, so the main front is expected to move through the Perth metro area from about 10 o'clock onwards, but with rainfall starting basically from now, it isn't going to really feel like a significant change in the weather or a significant sharp change in the weather. It's more kind of a slow build up to this cold front moving through. Rainfall will set in at times between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock early this afternoon before slowly easing off later this afternoon, with a few showers still expected to linger out towards this evening when they will pick up again as that southerly air mass kicks up. But for the most part, we are expecting steady but heavy rainfall at times later this morning into early this afternoon, increasing from those showers we're seeing moving through into the southwest throughout the course of today. Tomorrow is going to be a quintessential winter stay as we move in towards the late winter part of August. You can see showers are expected to be very widespread throughout the southwest Capes, with some strong winds also expected to accompany some of these showers here. Showers will be at their most intense through the Perth metro area into the early to late morning hours. They will begin to pull away from the Perth metro area after about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Still widespread showers expected throughout tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, and showers will only begin to contract and pull away from the Perth coastline through early Tuesday morning into early Tuesday afternoon, with rainfall then expected to move away from Western Australia through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Still a few showers will linger here and there in towards Wednesday and Thursday, with another weak weather system coming through on Wednesday itself. We could see a further 15 millimetres through parts of the southwest on Wednesday, but finally these weather systems getting going for Thursday. It looks like it is going to be a dry end to August and a dry start to September for the most part across southwestern WA. Rainfall accumulations are, as mentioned, just getting started across the southwest of Western Australia, and some good falls are expected. This will look at total precipitation expected throughout the next 5 days, including what is coming through today, and you can see some widespread falls throughout the Perth coast between that 50 to 75 millimetre mark. In fact, slightly higher accumulations are possible through parts of the Perth coast, especially down into the southern suburbs around the coast, and then the southern suburbs further inland, and the southeast around Armidale and Kelmscott. We could be seeing some good rainfall accumulations there. Bickley should run away with the highest rainfall accumulations anywhere in the Perth metro area over the next 5 days. I wouldn't be surprised if Bickley was looking at close to 100 millimetres of rainfall. There is quite a lot coming through this afternoon, and then with showers and storms coming through Monday and Wednesday. Big clear is likely to continue adding to those significant rainfall accumulations. Falls are also expected to be healthy along the south coastal regions, between 40 to 80 millimetres between Augusta across towards Albany. Slightly higher accumulations possible around Northcliffe, Pemberton and Walpole. Moderate accumulations are expected into the hills outside of the south coastal region, and light moderate falls expected through the wheat belt. We're not expecting anything too crazy actually out into the wheat belt. Falls between 10 to 20 millimetres look to be the norm. They could get slightly heavier here and there into the west of the wheat belt, especially into the southwest of the wheat belt as well, around Katanning and Mount Barker. But rainfall accumulations aren't expected to be anything too flash in the wheat belt, because predominantly these falls are going to be coming through in the form of showers, and they won't make it too far out into the wheat belt. Certainly nothing too crazy expected into the southeastern corner of the wheat belt, which has probably been the driest part of a very soggy southwest Western Australia so far this winter season. A few forecast models are also presenting the idea of potential snowfall accumulations, especially through the Stirling Ranges, and maybe even the Parongarups could get a light dusting through Monday and also out towards Wednesday. The chance is going to be there. Temperatures into the mid-levels aren't going to be cold enough to support snowfall accumulations. It's going to be kind of a case of whether or not showers are going to make it out to those locations. You can see, especially through Monday afternoon and Monday evening, with temperatures expected to plunge very close to zero, above about 600 or 700 metres into the atmosphere. Snow is definitely going to be a possibility, especially through the Stirling Ranges, Bluff Knoll and Toolbrunup Peak, but it isn't exactly a great chance at this point in time, because showers will have to make it inland. If you are looking to go down to the Stirling Ranges, it's probably one of the best forecasts that we've seen this year for snowfall, but I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. I'd say right now it's probably a 50-50 chance of occurring. Not great, but it is still going to be there at this point in time. And of course, there's no snow expected around the Perth Hills or anything like the forecast model was just suggesting. The Eastern Rev has a way of predicting very weird things when it comes to the snowfall forecast. But yeah, check out this beast. Western Australia and even in towards South Australia, plenty of rainfall, plenty of cloud activity, plenty of convection, and then showers and storms into the southwest of Western Australia. Plenty of stuff to be talking about as well. This system is on a one-way ticket to southeastern Australia as well, and it's going to kick off a week of wintry weather across southeastern Australia. So let's play through the forecast modelling right now. You can see this deep low pressure system racing into the Great Australian Bight, south into the Great Australian Bight through Monday and Tuesday, and that's going to bring showers and rainfall across South Australia through Monday afternoon and Monday evening, really kicking up around Adelaide through Monday afternoon and evening, and then through Tuesday morning, slowly building across Western Victoria and Tasmania through early Tuesday morning, continuing to increase through early Tuesday afternoon, and then with showers and possibly moderate to heavy falls at times extending across parts of Tasmania and into the Victorian Alps through Tuesday afternoon and evening. That's when the real kickoff for this week of winter weather is going to begin. You can see showers and storms expected to continue through Wednesday, and these showers and storms are going to continue to build through Wednesday and Thursday, with a weak low pressure system moving through to the Bight on Thursday for South Australia. Plenty of showers and storms expected throughout the coast of South Australia, including for the Eyre Peninsula and especially for Adelaide and the southeast of the state. Showers will continue to slowly build up through Thursday, and then as you can see on Friday, expected to be the wettest day and the most prominent for showers and storms extending across southeastern Australia from as far west as Ceduna into South Australia, throughout the Eyre Peninsula, again through Adelaide, the southeast of the state, and then plenty of showers and storms also expected through southwestern Victoria, the western half of Victoria in general, the Victorian Alps, the New South Wales high country, and then through a wide swath of Tasmania through Thursday afternoon and into Friday morning. Showers will then begin to pull away into the Tasman Sea through Friday night and into Saturday morning, but behind that, an intense and vigorous southerly or polar air mass is expected to sweep up, which is going to keep things very cold, and the showers that do fall, especially showers that fall above about 400 metres through mainland Australia, Victoria, New South Wales and Tasmania through Friday night into Saturday morning, are going to fall as snowfall. It is going to get very cold Friday night into Saturday morning. Rainfall and showers will continue in a small capacity through Friday and Saturday, and Saturday and Sunday rather. They will begin to slowly ease off through Monday, and you can see that week of winter's weather beginning to pull away from the southwest of the southeast of Australia through Tuesday and Wednesday, the 2nd and 3rd of September respectively, and that should be the end to the week of winter weather that we're expecting down there. But heaps of rainfall is expected. You can see total rainfall accumulations between Tuesday Tuesday the 26th of August out to Tuesday the 2nd of August inclusive. You can see rainfall 2nd of September rather. You can see rainfall accumulations looking very healthy, especially through South Australia, Victoria, and then down towards Tasmania. Rainfall accumulations will top out at about 100 millimetres around the Adelaide area, especially into the Mount Lofty Ranges. Some great falls are possible there, with the bulk of the rainfall coming through Tuesday, Wednesday, and then again Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Rainfall accumulations will also be very healthy across southwestern Victoria. Falls around that 100 millimetre mark as well expected between Robe and the South Australian side of things, across through Mount Gambier and then across towards Cairns, Wollongong and Geelong even could see some healthy rainfall accumulations. Melbourne could be looking at up to 60 millimetres of rainfall with about 10 millimetres a day expected throughout the course of next week, give or take. Rainfall accumulations will be higher across the Victorian Alps, potentially 100 millimetres possible there. The Gippsland region for the most part missing out on the rainfall. But it's going to be the west coast of Tasmania that runs away with the most significant rainfall accumulations, as we've been saying for the last couple of days now. Up to 200 millimetres is now a possibility through parts of the west coast, and I do believe that these forecast numbers have been a little bit underbaked by the forecast models as well, with slightly heavier accumulations possible around Queenstown and Mount Reid. We could be seeing falls closer to 250 millimetres there. In short, the west coast of Tasmania, considering its very exposed location and the nature of the showers are going to be coming through from this westerly flow that's going to be non-stop from the 26th of August out to the 2nd of September, pretty much for the west coast of Tasmania. It would not be unusual, or it would not be out of the ordinary to see 50 millimetres a day, give or take, across the west coast of Tasmania for a period of 7 or 8 days straight. So rainfall accumulations could really quickly pile on for the west coast of Tasmania. Flooding is going to become a problem once we see more than about 300 millimetres fall, and by around Saturday or Sunday, we should have an idea if flooding is going to become a concern for the west coast of Tasmania. The mighty rivers through the southwest wilderness region, they can handle a lot of rainfall, but there is definitely a lot of rainfall coming through. And snow lovers are going to love this one. Look at how much snow is on the forecast. Disregard the stuff here through the Mount Lofty Ranges and the Flinders Ranges. A light dusting is possible, believe it or not, with the cold temperatures are going to move through, most likely to occur on Saturday. Snowfall is also possible through parts of lower elevations around Victoria, especially outside of Melbourne. We could be seeing some rare snowfall through the Danderongs there. Snowfall is also very likely to occur in a significant capacity around Mount Kosciuszko, Thredbo and Perisher Valley. We could be seeing up to around that 50 to 60 centimetre mark there, and falls between 30 to 50 centimetres possible through the Victorian Alps. Again, great snowfall is possible there. Slightly less accumulations what we were looking at in yesterday's forecast update through the higher country of Tasmania, only about 20 centimetres there. I do have a feeling that that number is going to grow significantly. The snowiest days right now are looking to be Friday and Saturday, especially through Saturday morning blizzard conditions, very likely across much of southeastern mainland Australia and into Tasmania as well. And we could be seeing just 20 centimetres alone through parts of the New South Wales high country through Saturday morning alone. Some very significant snowfall accumulations do look to be a possibility at this point in time. But yeah, it is going to be a turbulent week. It's going to be a stormy one, rug up. There's plenty of rainfall, plenty of snowfall, plenty of significant severe weather possibilities coming through for southeastern Australia. Quintessential weather for this time of the year, and this really is the epitome of what winter is across southeastern Australia. This will be by far the winteriest week that we've seen across southeastern Australia throughout the course of this entire winter season so far in 2025. In stark contrast to winter's weather up in towards far north Queensland, we do have a little bit of rainfall expected to move through to kick off September. You can see showers beginning to build on the 4th of September, and then that rainfall begins to really pick up around the 5th and the 6th. And we've had this on the forecast modelling for the last couple of days, but you can see quite a strong southeasterly flow, especially for this time of the year, could develop, and that could give way to some showers and storms across the Cassowary Coast and into the Daintree rainforest after about the 4th of September. And you can see rainfall accumulations to start us off for September looking quite healthy at this point in time. From the 1st of September out to the 7th of September, it looks like the first week is going to be a bit of a wet one, and that first 50 millimetres could fall across parts of the Cassowary Coast and even into the Daintree rainforest to kick off the official start to the 2025-26 monsoon season, which is classified as the first 50 millimetres falling after September 1st. That very well could happen a lot earlier than usual across parts of far north Queensland into the first or even the second week of September. It's definitely trending wetter up in towards far north Queensland for September. However, trends have came a little bit closer towards baseline through September. Throughout much of eastern Australia, we were once calling for it to be a lot wetter than what the average was going to be across September. That's now shifted across towards October. I reckon it's going to be more of an average start to the wet season, but definitely some significant rain-making events are expected across eastern Australia, in particularly through Queensland and New South Wales. Plenty of thunderstorms to talk about into the second week of September, and then again into the 4th and the 5th weeks of September. We could be seeing some significant storm and rainfall events throughout much of September, so it'll be interesting to see what does pan out across Queensland. Whilst we're not expecting above average rainfall all of the time across Queensland and New South Wales for September, it definitely looks like we're going to be seeing some prolonged periods of heavier than usual rainfall for the eastern states throughout the month of September, and then again especially in towards October as well. That is going to do it for today's forecast update, though a little bit of a quicker one this morning. There's not as much to talk about in today's weather forecast update as what we have had in previous forecast updates, but mark my words, this week is going to be a stormy one, so stick around, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like on the video as well. A special shout out goes out to the channel sponsors. Their names are on screen right now. Again, I could not run the show without them, so of course their support is, as always, much appreciated. I've tried a new thing, zooming in here to really pronounce the town names. I noticed that that's a bit of a comment that I've been getting lately. So if you can see them better, then please do let me know in the comment section down below. But if you'd like me to zoom out once again, then please do let me know as well. All of your feedback is, as always, much appreciated. But that is going to do it for me. Have the great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on the next storm. Goodbye.